Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I am
Hello, you guys.
super fucking cool.
You reckon? Welcome to another Feel It Real Fun episode. Our 14th of Feb, Valentine's Day.
Happy VD to you.
That's right.
Oh my god, you guys wouldn't believe what Victoria got me.
Yeah, I got you nice stuff. So, your questions answered live?
You did.
I know. So
Yolanda.
go to freeneville.com.
Yolanda.
Join us in
Gaza.
manifestingmasterycourse.com. And for refunds, go to feelitrealfun.com.
Alona. Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So, that's housekeeping, guys. We're going to dive in fast and furious in just a moment.
Yes.
That's right. But we only have 8 people here so far.
That's all right.
Alice, Lee. Boom, 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 boom. So, Victoria.
Yes.
Let's dive in.
Okay. So, your questions answered live. The first question's from Allie in Manifesting Mastery.
It's really trippy with these
I am
glasses.
easily distracted. Any tips on Feel It
You'd
Real?
be amazed at how freaky it is with these glasses on.
Maybe take them off, babe.
Right.
Or don't look at it. Right.
Hey, Cindy's here.
Any tips on Feel It Real sessions for someone?
Carlene. Okay.
Is that you're emphasising they're getting distracted, is it?
Oh, of course.
Right. Okay, I got it. I think the listening audience gets it too.
All right, so we're
now
going to let you read this
me
now?
Speak.
All right, now she's going to hit me. Please don't spank me in public.
Right.
All right.
I'm going to start right from the top.
and
Hello,
then Leanne,
everyone.
Joy,
Have you
Cindy.
said hello to everyone that you want to say hello to?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Allie from Manifesting Mastery says, well, we've titled it, I am easily distracted.
Hi, guys.
Any tips on Feel It Real sessions for someone who gets distracted a lot or has a short attention span? I've been having problems sticking to one scene. I keep creating new ones or digressing to something different. In the end, I just get frustrated and giving up as I'm not getting anywhere.
All right, that alpha action playlist.
Yeah, we just did it
I swear
this
to
week.
God, that's going to answer half the questions we have today. And that's going to become one of the most popular ones that we have because if you're actually imagining a scene, you don't need... you can't possibly be distracted. If you're actually imagining a scene, what would imply your wish has been fulfilled? All right, so yeah, we did summer house, summertime, ocean, all that crap.
Yeah.
Friends, a sip of coffee is the action point, right? If you don't have enough attention to sip a bunch of coffee, it's probably going to end up in your crotch, and the pain will teach you to have attention while you drink coffee, right?
It will.
It really is that simple, guys. Here's another thing I want you to notice. We've talked about there's the ocean, the silence that you are, the apparent motion in the ocean, the waves, and what it pushes around, the little styrofoam cup that everybody gets worked up about, and why I can't have a plastic bag in Victoria, right? It really pisses me off, right? But here's the thing, guys. You're the ocean. You are silent enough and vast enough that you notice you don't have an attention span. What notices it? What notices all the waves and all the shit the waves pulls around and gets distracted by is the ocean, is the silence that you are, right? So you just get to play a little bit with silence and notice that's what you actually are. And this whole attention span thing, the side of the coin here that I hit first is your scenes are only a split second long anyway. There's that whole set and setting thing. We covered it in 3 different things this week. Go watch those. Go to feelitrealfun.com. And
I think, you've got them under a playlist, and I think each one was Speedy Simple Scenes.
Simple Speedy Scenes, Speedy Simple
Something
Scenes,
like
something
that.
like that. If you just go
There's the
there
original, the 2 and the 3.
and look up scenes, you'll put it. You'll find them. Easy, fun. So there you go. Boom. Great. I'm glad you asked because 2 things we noticed. We put out a lot of content. 2, a lot of people miss it. 3, all right, let's do the next one.
3, we'll do the next. Thank you,
You
Allie.
Boom. Right? Bruce,
good?
Stella, John, MM, and DD. Welcome, guys.
Okay, Jason emailed us, and we've titled it, How often do you...
Bop, bop, bop.
How often do you revisit the imaginal state of being in a day? Or do you just notice when you might be falling out of that state and revisit the feeling of satisfaction, like Victoria's door click? I ask because my state is loving, awesome creator. However, Loving awesome creators don't walk around checking to see if they feel like loving awesome creators. They just are one. Thanks for all you do.
Cool. I think he answered it, because you will react to the world from the state that you're in. Now, here's the thing. I am not always in the state of loving husband. Okay, sometimes she slips totally off my awareness. I'm with the puppies doing something fully in the moment there, or if I'm teaching kung fu or doing some high-end stuff, I'm not pondering posies.
No.
Right? So you're not going to be in all of your states all the time. Neville talks about the state that you most commonly return to is your dwelling place. I've got 3 common dwelling places: loving husband, loving teacher, loving puppy dad. You notice I developed a little formula there. They're all tied together with one key quality. So generally I'm moving from one loving state to another loving state to another loving state to another loving state to another loving state. My suggestion, build in a couple. We explored this in manifestingtothemax.com. I'll put a link in the show notes where to get some gift recordings on it, which is just the intro to this. It's the power of purposes. But I've got 3 main purposes: loving husband, loving teacher, loving puppy dad. And they all sort of cycle through things, right? If Victoria is going to borrow the car,
Yes.
loving husband's probably going to make sure that it's got enough lubey stuff in it so that everything does this, and enough go juice so that it gets her to where she's going. Because loving husband doesn't want to be stuck here going, where the fudge is loving wife? Right? Loving happy husband likes to know she's going to get from A to B and get back home. Got it? So the state of loving husband will make sure there's enough petrol and lubey stuff in the car. So, but while she's gone, I'm not going to sit here and kumbaya her to death. I'm going to be playing with the puppies. I'm going to be answering your emails. So if you got a couple, right, it'll work out really, really well. So that's where I'd play. Cool. And just notice your reactions, right? Can your reactions tell you what state you're in? And if you're in a shit state, and we all can fall into shit states, Neville said anyone at any time can, cool. Just get back into one of your chosens.
Yeah.
Boom.
Sweet.
All right.
Thank you, Jason.
I know this because Tyler knows this.
Hello, Tyler.
Hello, Tyler.
Right. The next question's from Marie on Facebook.
I'm going to get sick if I leave these.
Manifesting love. If I feel it real for love, how will I know when the person shows up? Dream-driven Jake says nature.
That's it. I'm sorry. That's the next one.
Oh, right.
I didn't bold it. All right. Let's just reread that.
Sorry. So
And
Marie,
action.
Marie on Facebook, manifesting love.
Boom.
If I feel it real for love, how will I know when the person shows up?
All right. So let's assume you're imagining for a fella. Just going to make it up because I don't know. Right? Odds are he's going to leave his shit where it doesn't belong, and it's going to get on your nerves. Right?
Been there.
Right?
Yes.
Now let's get really, really real here. Right? If you're in a state of loving, happy wife, if I'm in a state of loving, happy husband, I'm loving, happy husband, right? How am I going to know if I'm in that state? How am I going to know if she shows up? You'll know. But it may or may not be love at first sight or something like that, but you'll just notice something happens, right? It's sort of like there's this girl at the pool, and I swear to God, she's going to make a gorgeous freaking mummy. You can't help but look at her and go, oh. She's a young single girl, 19, 20 years old. But I look at her and I go, yep, yeah, yummy mummy. That's just, that's what she is, right? And I guarantee other people see her like that. On the other hand, there's another lifeguard there. She looks like party girl, party girl, party girl. Right? I wouldn't trust her with a puppy, right? But if you want to have a nice weekend, you probably grab party girl.
Trust her with a puppy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just being blunt. You got it?
Yes.
So party girl will attract party guys. Loving super mom will attract somebody to be a daddy, right? And how will you know they're there? Wow.
Just know.
Yeah, she showed up at some point, right? And then we figured it out. Whoa. Yeah. Right? Boom. And he'll probably leave his shit where it doesn't belong. And you'll learn about these things called away places and where things live. Yeah. It's like, wow, it's away places there. That's where it lives.
Either there or at the op shop.
Where did it go? Where did my good stuff go? Where does it live now?
Cool. Excellent, Marie.
Boom.
Goody question. The next question's from a dream-driven day, Jake.
Yo, Triple D Jake.
Nature never forgets.
Ooh.
I don't get or like the whole bit Neville says about nature never forgets. What I imagine around that sentence is that if you have a bad reaction, it can come back to get you, even if you change your state or your attitude. It almost seems like secondary cause, not who am I being now?
Cool.
What am I missing?
What's the greatest talent? NevilleGoddardQuotes.com. Go and find the cool little search box. Angela Buck is watching this show. There's a little search box way at the bottom. If you type in the word talent, you'll get two quotes. Go to the one that talks about what is the greatest talent. Greatest talent is forgetting. Now here's the thing, ready? As far as I can tell, everything is inside of what I actually am. Everything. Where's nature? You get it? Nature never forgets until you do.
Got you.
Got it? As soon as you
So
forget.
it's all you.
Yep,
Yeah, got
totally.
you.
Right? Yeah, this is why you can dig up a seed.
Yeah,
This
right.
is such a blessing, because if everything good you ever imagined had to come true, and man, you're imagining making out with her, whoa, and then you're imagining making out with her, and then you're imagining making out with her, and suddenly it's like, oh yeah, I got 3 hers in one bed, and they all whip out the switchblades.
All the time.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yes.
Boom. Right? Versus, right, when you forget, quote unquote, nature forgets. Right? Which means dig up the seed. Right? If you got a bad seed, you'll pull the weeds, plant good seeds. It really is that simple. So that's what I got. Just notice, and I like that you noticed, and there's a key in your second paragraph there. What I imagine around that sentence is. You get it? That's gold. The fact that you even noticed that, and you had to notice it to write it that way. Versus if you look around, so many people say, well, the truth about it is. Say, well, cool. Let's see how that works out for you. You notice you're imagining that, and you can stop imagining that. Got it? One more little bit. Neville taught over a span of decades. He also taught to different groups. If I'm in front of a business group teaching this stuff, I will probably not say 99% of what you hear me say. But what I say will have this in it. But it'll be presented in a different way. So depending upon who Neville is addressing at the time, may determine exactly how he expresses something, right? Because so we'll just toss that in as well.
Yep.
So, boom.
Cool.
How's that, Victoria?
Yep, that was ace.
How's that, Victoria? On Valentine's
Victoria
Day.
is ace. Thank
oh
you.
my God, you should see the cup that the boys got her.
Excuse me. Yes, and Dad bought it, so all 3 of them ganged up together and bought me a lovely cup.
It's been in the car for weeks.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Jake.
So
That
was the cat.
ace.
We got her a cat too, but the cat didn't last. So,
The cat?
yeah, I got your Valentine's Day cat.
Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
it was in the car with the cup. It just didn't. Anyway,
Still in the... Oh, right. Died in the cup.
Kitty didn't make it. All right, it's called humor.
Okay.
All right.
The next question is from Tommy on Facebook.
Oh, there's a cup I didn't fold. Sorry about that.
Can I skip scenes?
You can do anything you want to. You can even add purple undies in. I'm not into adding or subtracting things, but go on, Victoria.
Can I just assume the feeling without any visualization or even hearing what would imply my wishes fulfilled? I find that I force it sometimes with hearing, like congratulatory conversations, and I get obsessed with making what I'm hearing clear as possible. So I just go feeling an emotion and physical sensation instead of state akin to sleep. Is that enough to feel it real for a desire, or do I need more?
You got to watch the 3 vids we did this week.
Definitely.
If you're really focusing on, and then he said, then she said, and I must hear it clearly, and did I get the tonality right? But what about the background noise? Right? Because, the background noise might be important because it could imply something. Right? It just goes nuts trying to figure out all the setting stuff. Versus the scene, I'll just bring it right back to home. If your friends were happy for you, they'd be talking about you. You don't even have to hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
Right, you could walk in the room and hear mumble, 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 and they look at you with that.
With a glance.
And then you feel something.
Yeah.
Boom. Right? Let the scenes be that simple. Without diving deep into scene versus setting again today, because it's a long show today, watch those last 3 videos. They're in the Alpha Action Alpha playlist. And like Victoria said, if you search on feelitrealfun.com for scenes or simple scenes or speedy scenes, you'll can't help but find them. They're popular.
They are popular.
Like the cool kids. Boom.
Like us.
Triple D Kathy, MM Ross. I I think Dean's MM.
Okay. The next question's from AR.
Whoa, I
Initials.
like you this one.
And manifesting great sex.
Hoo-ha.
Hi, TT and V.
Hello.
I want to have an awesome sex life with the one I love. More intimacy and great sex. How do I go about manifesting this?
Cool. Coffee game. Right? Don't imagine the sex. Okay? See, here's where people get screwed up, right? They're going to try, I'm imagining the sex. Well, I haven't had great sex with him, her. So, like, oh, man. Yeah. And by the way, I don't know if you're with him, her, or not, if him, her even knows you, because I don't know if it's a him or a her that you want. And I'm trying to be politically correct, right? So, but here's the thing. Coffee game. You wake up in the morning after a night of great sex. I mean, you're probably pretty damn tired. You're probably, like, not having the attention span to drink the coffee all that effectively.
Yes. Hey, Emma.
Hey.
No.
Hump your brother. Right?
Yes.
Dean, welcome to the show. Go on,
Yes.
Victoria.
Oh, I was so you could get back on track. So you were just saying, yeah, coffee game after the night of great sex. It's like,
don't imagine. Oh, good.
like you said, don't even imagine the sex. Don't imagine the night. Just imagine the morning after.
Yeah, before I get into the bed, her looks at me with a wow, go wow. I put on our favorite music. Now skip all that. Coffee in the morning. Boom. Right? Boom. Coffee game. FreeNeville.com. Oh shit! Bumped a leg. That's all right. It's all right. Everyone said, "What is the definition of is?" We'll just skip all that. All right, Victoria, that was good. All depends
you,
what your
AR.
definition of is.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, from last night. Stephanie.
Cool. Excellent, AR. The next question is from Vichala in Manifesting Mastery. Manifesting weight loss.
Boom.
My goal here is to lose weight and achieve my ideal weight of 55 kilos. But I have conflicting thoughts as I also want to get pregnant with my second child, so I'm not sure how I go about this. Maybe you could give me some insight on this as to what I should be in, what state I should be in. Thank you very much.
All right, this is so freaking cool because you got two desires. Let's call them lunch and lunch. Or we could do lunch and dinner, but that would presuppose that you know which one's first. Entered the state of Bill Clinton. You're right, James. Nice to see you. So let's call it lunch and lunch. For one lunch, you want a baby. For another lunch, you want to weigh 55 Ks, right? Here's the thing. I bet if you imagine fully nail one, fully nail the other, I bet you they both will probably involve you being physically active, maybe eating a little bit differently, right? I don't know. I don't know what your bridges are. But I guarantee if you nail both states, you're going to do what you do. Maybe you get down to 55 kilos, then you get pregnant, right? You know, maybe get pregnant and then get down to 55 kilos. We don't know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, let's say you're 55, let's say you're 110 kilos right now, right? Right? So 110 kilos right now, odds are, to have a good pregnancy, you might want to lose some weight before. I don't know. But I guarantee if you nail both, it'll happen the way it gets to happen. Right? So that's it. And as far as like, what would imply each? Okay, again, this is another thing, right? What would imply that you weigh 55 kilos? Again, I'm not a big fan of numbers, but let's assume that you're super fit and fun, high energy or whatever, and I don't know if it's the guys whistling at you. I don't know if it's your girlfriend saying like, damn, like you're like nonstop. You're like a little fucking Energizer rabbit you are. Or, if it's after the baby, again, you're also looking really good because you got down to 55 kilos before. I don't know. But afterwards, oh, you look great. I can't believe how old, a year now? Wow. Well, you both look wonderful.
Yeah.
Right, you look wonderful.
Is the whole show going to be Bill Clinton, is it?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't plan this stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
All right. How's that?
Thank you, Vichar.
Hump your brother.
Stop that, don't we? All right. That was great. Thank
All right.
you.
I thought it was good fun.
Yep.
All depends what your definition of is. Okay. I promise I'll try to stop. We got a lot of laughter and love or something there.
No
Thumbs
laughter.
up.
They think
No
it's
laughter.
real. Just love for the poor boy.
Y'all remember when Bill did that? Yeah, I do.
Okay. did I do?
Yeah, we did grade
Yes,
6.
that's all right.
Kayla.
So the next one. Thank you, Vichala, for your question. That was great.
And the opportunity to be Bill Clinton. I
Yes.
just love being Bill Clinton, I guess. Oh.
Okay. The next question is from Bridget.
That's
Is this a bridge of incident? How do you know if it's a bridge of incident or if it's your fears manifesting?
Cool. You'll know how you react to the world. If you go to freeneville.com, type the word reactions into that search box. Your reactions come from the state that you're in, right? Mm-hmm. So I have no idea what's a bridge for anything, just to be totally blunt. All I can tell you is this. If you're in your states of your wishes fulfilled, right? I mean, that doesn't mean you walk around all day going, yeah. But if you've nailed a whole bunch of wishes, like I probably got at least 200 at a time in the oven, cool. Whatever the fuck is happening is part of that, right? On the other hand, if you're going, I hope, I don't know what the definition of is, like, then it gets a little weird, right? So we're just going to have to call this the Bill Clinton. It might actually do well in the search engines.
How did it all come about?
I don't. It's all bridged to something.
Excuse me.
So, this is. How do you know? You know by your reactions to the world. That's the whole thing. Loving, happy husband. I mean, fuck. I find myself going to a different market or something. It's like, oh my god, an ink pen made of something cool. Remember that cool ink pen I got for you? Yeah. Anyway,
You've bought me loads of ink pens.
Well, I got her a really cool ink pen. It's made of wood. She can't.
Yes.
She doesn't take it to get
Takes
refills.
the refills.
Right. So, but it's a really cool ink pen. But the state of loving husband one day goes to this different market and gets her a really cool gift. I don't plan to go to this market. I don't even. Like, the parking sucks. But it's like, oh my god, I found this gift for her that she will love. Right. I don't even remember you getting me a pen. Oh, you got me lots of pens.
No, you gave me lots. So I didn't know which one was the coolest that you're referring to.
Yeah, the cool little wooden one.
I know the one you mean.
Yes, you do. So that's how you know your reactions to the world. By the way, Dean asked a question. We're going to include this.
Yes.
Are a lot of what you talk about here the teachings? Are they on manifesting mastery? Yes and no. How you doing?
Sorry, I thought the pen was just over there. I was going to show
Well,
it to the listening
You should have grabbed
audience.
a Sharpie and held it up.
Well, what I mean is this gives me lots of pens. Maybe
So,
I should just
is what we're doing here in Manifesting Mastery, pretty much everything that we do relates to something in Manifesting Mastery, but Manifesting Mastery is a very specific set of, it's a sequence of experiences that help you get from having this usually be something like a dream machine or a fix-it tool or something to a way of life. Because really letting this become your way of life, it changes everything. It all depends what your definition of is. Is this a cool pen or what? Look at that. It's handmade. It's got parts.
got parts.
Yep, it's from
Wood pen.
Penn Island.
Yep.
All right. Dream-driven
Excellent.
Celia, welcome to the show.
I wonder how many people have left. Right.
More than
Sorry,
two.
who was that question from? That was
That was from Dean.
That was from Dean. Not that Dean.
Cool. Dean says, I know you had 2 courses, and I believe it's about time to get one. Man, I got a lot of courses. Well, we got a lot of packages, a handful of courses, but definitely do man. ManifestingMasteryCourse.com.
Yeah.
So, rock your world.
Yeah.
Boom. And we get to know you, which is cool.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Cool. Thank you, Dean.
All right.
All right. So now the next question's from Pam in Manifesting Mastery.
That's right.
Manifesting sleep. I'm looking for a job now, and I fear that my sleeping patterns will not help me cope with my job. I just want to ask how I can manifest a better sleeping pattern. I don't know what else to do because I'm always up at an awkward times of the night and fail dismally at going back to sleep. Cool. Thank you for your time and consideration.
For my time and consideration.
Sounds like someone I know.
Chris, welcome to the show. All right, cool. This is really cool. I had to grab the thing off of Victoria because I want to pull a couple things for her. So I'm looking for a job now, and I fear my sleeping patterns will not help me cope with my job. Oh my God, get all the cool stuff that you're imagining, right? So first you're imagining that you still have bad sleeping patterns and it won't help you cope with your job. By the way, I couldn't cope with a job, all right? So I just wanted to ask how I can manifest a better sleeping pattern. Right, first you could revise last night. Just revise that you slept really, really well, that you woke up high energy and clearly focused and all that good stuff. Second, notice if you really want a job, because I'm curious about that. Because if, well, got to pay the bills. If I'm going to pay the bills, got to get a job. I mean, that might be the route for you. It might be another route, right? Yeah, we don't know. But really know what your ends are. And here's a great example. I suspect that, here's what I used to do. Okay, I'm trying to set up my life so I sleep a guaranteed 8 hours a day, right? Because they say 8 is a good number, or 8 is the right number for sleep, or something like that. And I found I just couldn't do it. And any night there, I woke up 2 or 3 times, I'd be waking up going, damn it. I keep waking up. I'm never going to get my 8 hours worth of sleep unless I'm in bed for at least 14 hours. And then, then I get stiff, and I got to go pee. And then it's like, right? Not cool. I get stiff. So we just want to skip all that. Here's what you want to do. What's your real end? Your real end is probably something like waking up well-rested and focused. So you imagine yesterday I woke up well-rested and focused. You imagine the day before you woke up well-rested and focused. If it's after you're out of bed today, Kim, welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Big love to you and your hubby. You imagine that today you woke up well-rested and focused. What would imply that? How would your coffee be different if you woke up well-rested and focused? Got it? Something that simple, that precise. Again, notice we're bringing it down to one little... we're not making this big elaborate scene, going back to some of the earlier questions. It's just like if you woke up well-rested and focused, what would your coffee be like? Oh, that was good. Right? So, bang, that fast. Got it? Notice, again, what your real end is. And I think this is part of the thing here. Because if it's like, well, I guess it's time to go get a job... if you don't want to get a job, you're going to imagine up all sorts of problems. If it's financial freedom that you want, maybe that includes a temp job or two. But just notice, are you actually soaring? Are you imagining soaring, or are you imagining settling? So imagining settling is always harder. So, boom.
Cool. Thank you, Pam.
Thank you, Pam.
The next question's from Leanne in Manifesting Mastery.
Boom.
Self-sabotage and subconscious beliefs.
Oh, sabotage. You have to say it that way.
Excuse me.
Self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage and subconscious beliefs or something like that.
Perfecto.
Okay. I get buying the pearl. It's all me and my imagination. What about I'm not going to do it through this.
Sabotage.
What about self-sabotaging and subconsciousness beliefs? Is it still what you think? So I think I'm self-sabotaging, so I am. I think some subconscious beliefs are holding me back, so they are. Or do these things come into play? It's still not me. It's still me, not outside of myself, if that makes sense.
Cool. So when I was a little boy, one year, it was like year 7. I missed so much of year 7 because in year 7, that's pretty much when puberty starts hitting hard, right? And all the guys start becoming real dicks, and same with the girls, right?
Oh, yeah.
And man, I'm getting picked on a lot, right? And so I managed to be sick so much that year. They were thinking about holding me back. Like, even though I'm a fucking rock star. In year 7, I'm still getting straight A's and getting picked on. I figured out the key is to go to B's, right? Nobody picks on the B student, right? But that didn't come till year 8. But year 7, man, I missed so much. And then it's like, as far as I can tell, what this stuff is really about, it's about adventures and waking up and adventures and growing up. And so when I realized, right, why am I sick all the time? I'm sick all the time because I like being at home. Right? I don't like getting picked on. If I'm at home, I can read a book. If I go to school, the girls pick on me. So do the guys. Right? Not fun at all.
Yeah.
So it's like, right. So I got to identify something. What do I really want? Do I want to be sick? Right? And I wasn't faking it. I was actually sick. Right? Here's the thing. Right? I wasn't doing a Ferris Bueller, even though I love Ferris Bueller.
Waiting for the parents to walk out the door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was sick. I was honestly sick a whole bunch in year 7, right? And the reason why was I didn't want to get picked on. And on some level, I made a correlation there. I managed to get myself sick a lot. And between year 7 and year 8, I decided I was going to become a black belt. Nobody picks on a black belt. Could you imagine anyone picking on me? You've seen the looks in my eyes, right? Yeah, I am not the guy to be picked on, right? I'm the guy that walks in a room where there's a problem, and I just start looking around, and people start shitting themselves, right? And yeah, and I don't look like a threat, but they get it, right? But here's the thing, guys. If we go subconscious, and what's the other word?
Self-sabotaging.
Self-sabotaging. We're just creating more weird shit. What you get to do is you get to notice, what do I really want? You get what it was really? I wasn't self-sabotaging myself to get sick. I just was imagining not getting picked on. And being relatively asleep, I discovered that I don't get picked on when I'm at home, so I imagine being home a lot. Right? Yeah, sick again. So here's what's cool. If we totally scrapped subconscious, because if you keep there's a reason why Neville quit teaching it. He taught it a little bit, then dropped it. Because if it's like, well, I have to sufficiently impress my subconscious with my superconscious and subconscious and the Congress, and it just gets all nuts versus just, right, what do you want? What when a player wish has been fulfilled? Setting scene, done, boom, next. Put about 500 buns in the oven this week. Call it a day. Victoria's always wondering what the hell's coming in the letterbox, right?
Another parcel?
From someplace far, far away. You wouldn't believe what I can find on the internet. So, the internet. So, Victoria.
Yep.
How's that? You think I did that pretty well with that?
Yeah.
You got anything you want to say? Subconsciously, I believe you may or may not, so I don't want to sabotage anything. But you get it? By the way, go to other Neville Goddard groups. Oh my God, they are a fucking hoot. Like, seriously, yeah, I have found ways to deal with the subconscious, superconscious, and if 432 hertz of something, 432 hertz, it really hurts. Like, the mood music hurts me. Skip all that. Yeah. Right? Go back to the basics, back to the basics, back to the basics. Joy, I love you. Victoria's doing loving wife very well today, Clinton.
Thank you, Joy. I don't know what Melania's like enough.
Was Melania married to Bill?
Was it Melania?
I have no idea. Oh, no, that was Hillary.
Or Ivanka?
No, Hillary was Clinton.
Oh, Bill Clinton. Sorry, we're talking about. Sorry. Now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the wrong people.
Yeah, she's thinking Hillary. She's thinking of the other unpopular president. Anyway, okay. All right.
Cheers. Quick. Yeah, that was ace. Thank you, Leanne, for your question.
This is so much fun.
Well, there's a few questions. So the next question is from Mary in Manifesting Mastery.
This one's a little long, but I'm leaving it in because she gives us a damn good plug at the beginning.
Oh, right.
And just to be honest.
Is my husband's imagining countering mine?
Not if you turn him into red mist. Next.
I want to comment that I used to dislike revision. I felt so daunting. However, since starting I've persisted every night at bedtime. I'm a mother of 6. My boy in grade 9 makes mornings impossible. He is late every day for school.
Woohoo! This is named Victoria. Go ahead. Sorry. Why do I do this? Like, why do I say these things?
Since revision has been a regular part of my bedtime routine, he is now up and about with me without me waking him up and off to school on time. The best part about this is now I don't have to revise this part and I can add other awesome stuff into my day. Woo-ah.
Ain't that cool?
Yeah.
She nailed it.
Yeah.
Right? Boom, 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 and now I can nail some more stuff.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I just listened to an episode on your podcast episode on counter-imagining. How does this fit in with couples? I'm a business owner and wonder if my husband's imagining, unlovely, uncontrolled, will counter mine. I don't know if I'm wording this well, but hopefully you understand my question. Your friend Mary.
Cool. Here's what's cool. If you imagine that it will, it will. Right? And it pretty much comes down to the whole thing. What are you expecting out of him?
Or even having the doubt. I wonder if it will.
Yes.
It's like...
Yep.
Yeah.
Notice how she brought it back to you.
Yeah.
It's always about you.
Yep.
Right? And here's what's cool. Like, the other day, right, Victoria wanted falafel for lunch, and I wanted chicken. Right? Now, here's the thing. I forgot to buy the chicken. Mitch,
Yay.
nice to see you.
But I bought the falafels.
But she bought the falafels, right? Now, here's the cool thing. So she says, I want falafel. And I said, I want chicken. All right? And I said, go buy the falafel, right? If you want it. If you don't want chicken, buy the falafel. So she goes and she gets the falafel. Meanwhile, I thought, damn, falafel does feel good. I mean, like, I experienced a little bit of falafel, the yum of that, and I forgot to buy my chicken. So we get home, and it's like all we have is falafel, and it's like, well, I really don't feel like going to the shops again.
Yeah.
right? Not in that kind of mood. And it's like, all right. But we had a lovely lunch. So what I'd suggest, always let it be about you. Actually, like Victoria said, your doubt is actually what will allow that to happen. Versus, I'm just concerned about a yummy yum, right? I just want her yum. That's all I want. And I joined her in her chosen food. Boom. Cool. A couple myths to dismiss. Some people say a positive thought is 1,000,000 times more powerful than a negative thought. Really? Neville says good, bad, and different, right? You're what gives life to everything. So give life to the yum. And in the event that he's got his negative things going on, my guess is you probably know he's negative because you hear him, right? Neville says revise the conversation as you hear it.
Yeah.
So if he's gone blah, 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 you just put new words coming out of it, right? And just feel what it's like to have him be happy again. Oh, he's always happy.
And positive.
He just needs to get cranky once in a while. It would help. Boom. All right. Tom is here. Welcome, buddy.
Excellent. Thank you, Mary, for your question. The next question.
By the way, Dean says he'll be ordering Manifesting Mastery. Boom!
Oh, good on you, Dean.
Go, go, go,
You'll
go, go,
love
go.
it.
Go, go, go,
Yeah,
go,
it's
go.
a real goodie.
Cool, buddy.
The next question's from Gelato. Help with high blood pressure.
Hoo-ha.
Hello, 2020. Had a question. I'm concerned about my high blood pressure. I do believe anything is possible, raising the right thoughts to manifest great health. I'm going to stick to believing my health is great. My intention is that. Is that the way to create the state of a desired blood pressure? Thanks for your attention.
A lot of ways you can play. Like generally healthy, I think that's a good idea. Like if you were generally healthy, what would you do? Right? Because someone who's generally sick doesn't tend to do a whole bunch. They tend to miss a lot of school, right? And they don't get picked on by girls, right? Which is fun. But sometimes. Anyway, all right, don't beat me in public. So here's the thing, right? So what would imply that you're generally healthy, if that's something that is of interest to you? On the other hand, you mentioned blood pressure specifically, right? So what would imply that you didn't have a blood pressure problem? It can be something, I don't know your life, right? But I know some people, my old neighbor, Helen, used to say to her husband, should say, calm down, you know about your blood pressure. And okay, got it? You have any idea how many times I heard that?
Yeah.
What do you think he's being reminded of all the time? Versus like my buddy Cube, he's got low blood pressure. I like winding him up like a spring, right? So no one ever tells him, be careful of your blood pressure. I just go, ooh, let's get him up to normal. This could be fun, right? You get it? So what would imply that you've got athletic low blood pressure? That's what I did.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Boom. And go from there. So play with that, right? And again, notice your bridges. Your bridges to get there will be what your bridges are to get there. So you may be imagining super fit and healthy, normal blood pressure, all that stuff. What would imply all that to you? You get to find that. But is it that you're a leader at the gym? Yeah, because it might be that versus, like the one who's watched the most episodes of The Simpsons this year. And again, I don't know your thing, but you get it. Let it be fun. Yeah. Whatever it is, I wouldn't do this. And then my doctor said, congratulations, 20, your blood pressure is
let
normal.
Me shake your hand.
Again, let me. You are the winner. Right. Right.
Yeah.
I don't get along with doctors, right? They don't usually call me winners, right? So just find something in your daily life that would imply this blood pressure thing is a distant memory. It's just like, right? Yeah. Cool. Sort of like losing your teeth when you're little. Right? It's like, oh, it's so long ago. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, now I don't have to settle for 25 cents a tooth.
You only got 25 cents. We got $1.
Oh, you guys had coin.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Of course, I grew up poor. Sometimes I just got a little piece of cheese. Here's your cheese.
Soaking in the water.
Gross. Here's your cheese.
Okay, thank you, Gelato.
Boom.
The next.
By the way, I'm going to keep going. What would you eat if blood pressure was no problem?
And
right?
drink.
Yeah, I can't have martinis because there's salt in them. Why is there salt in them? Because I like it. Right? Yeah. What would you eat if you had normal blood pressure? Right? Because this is a biggie. Right? We got a friend who's got that gluten shit. right? You can't eat no gluten. And it's sad because it's like, hey, we're going to Manny Dumplings. I can't eat anything there. It's like, damn. Yeah, I'd imagine her coming out with a burp. Right? Knowing that she's not going to have the shits 10 hours later. Right? Yeah, here's the thing, right? You get to find your own thing. Because if you don't eat dumplings because you can't, because of blood pressure, soy sauce, whatever, imagine, you know what? You can put all the damn soy sauce on you want, even though it'll give you man tits. But, okay. Ran over. I know that was useful for somebody.
Okay.
It is.
Excellent. Thank you, Gelato.
The Bill Clinton show.
The next question's from Sharon in Manifesting Mastery. Old age and dying. Hey, Mr. TTMV. My relatives have recently started sending me really depressing stuff about old age. I think it's too soon. They even talk about how it's expected for stuff to happen. Yet I've known people who have lived their whole life and died and nothing of that crap ever happened to them. Question. What does Neville have to say about it? Is it there anywhere in his lectures? I don't remember reading that topic. He writes also about death, but I don't remember him talking about an old age. Can you answer it on your Q&A show?
Absolutely. Cool. So they're sending you this stuff because you're imagining something. Oh, do I want you to notice where you go with that? Right? So they're sending you shit about, getting old because you're imagining something. Okay, now this is going to go in one out of two directions. One, you actually have fears about getting old, and they're sending you stuff to allay those fears. Two, you're actually imagining that they give a shit, and they're showing you in their way that they give a shit. So here's the thing, right? Because something quote-unquote uncomfortable or bad happens doesn't mean you're imagining something uncomfortable or bad. Remember, Neville got fired from being the elevator operator at JCPenney. They kicked his ass out because he was imagining teaching and he was hiding in an elevator, right? So they fired him, right? Kicked him to the curb. Then he got to grow up, right? Now, here's the thing. So they're sending you stuff about getting old and shit's going to fall apart, right? And, so they could be doing it because you're actually imagining that, but trying to deny you are, or you're just imagining maybe that they care. My kids keep in touch, my friends keep in touch, whoever's sending it to you. Here's the cool thing. You get to notice, does it bother you? If it does, move into the state where it doesn't. Because did you know, this is going to sound a little bit of a sidetrack. So in Australia, if you buy a pack of cigarettes, they've got these horrible photos on them. I collect them all. There's gangrene that shows a toe all falling apart and stuff. There's the guy, He looks like a half-dead gigolo. Yeah. Right? He's laying in the bed. He's got long hair and he's all skeletally and stuff. And here's the thing, right? Those pictures actually, see, I'm a marketer, right? And I study this thing called, marketing, right? Those photos actually increase smoking, right? Because a smoker has the attitude of, not me.
Not happening to me.
Yeah, it might happen to the gigolo, right? Might happen to Bobby down the street. Ain't going to happen to me. And if they honestly believe it's not, they will be like the old Cubans, right? I look at these old Cubans that are smoking 3-4 cigars a day. Right, 85 years old, I wouldn't want to screw with them. I'd kneecap them in a moment. Right? Hey, look at that, a squirrel. Bang, take out their knee. Right? Because these guys look tough as nails because they're not buying into tobacco's going to kill me. Right? And they just live full lives and then die. Right? So something to consider there. So you get to notice what's your attitude. I've been diagnosed with a lot of things. Back when I got PTSD, it wasn't sexy. It wasn't common. It was like, oh, you got PTSD. There is a known cause. There is no known cure. But it is treatable. We can give you drugs that'll make you want to kill roomfuls of people. That sounds like a plan. So I asked them a question. I says, listen, so PTSD, it's treatable but not curable, you say. And I say, yep. Cool. Have you treated everyone in the world with PTSD? Have you studied every single one, discovered what happens to them, what doesn't happen to them? They're like, of course not. It's like, okay, right. So you haven't been doing this all this long, have you? I'm like, no, I haven't. I'm like we just made up PTSD a couple of years ago. Before it was called PTSS or something, and before that it was shell shock. It's like, all right. So so you really don't know what the fuck you are doing, and you're gonna watch me. And I walked away from it. Right? Here's the thing. How many things do you want to walk away from? Like flat foot, scoliosis, so on and so forth. You have options. Are you going to get older? Sure. Things are going to get a little stiff, I bet you. But at the same time, you get to determine how you're going to live the rest of your life. And we all know 85, 95-year-old ladies and fellas who are just crushing it. And we all know people in their 40s that are going, yep, I remember when I used to be somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's totally up to you. And when they send you the shit, I mean, you can imagine it's a Christmas card with money in it. Right? Or you can just go, hey, thanks for caring, but I'm not interested. Right? They send us colon cancer things in Australia. I find this utterly fascinating. They send you a little kit. Stick this thing up your ass and send it back, and we'll tell you if you're fucked. And it's like, let me get this right. You're sending me a tube to shove up my ass so you can tell me if I'm fucked. Right? I mean, those always end up in the rubbish. But it's like, all right, cool. The government wants to send me something to stick up my ass. Like... Yeah, right. I'll send it back. You can use it, right? That way, 2-for-1 deal. All right.
I was wondering actually with Sharon, one thing was like just that first sentence. My relatives have recently started sending me really depressing stuff about old age. I think it's too soon. So it's almost like there's a bit of an expectation that...
maybe next year.
Yeah. So... yeah, I just found that bit interesting.
When should they start sending it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice catch.
And
I got all lost in the
and as far
years.
as what Neville talks about death, like, I know you've given a lot of information there, but does he have any lectures just on death? Or?
On death, if you check out Creation Faith, there's a cool little thing. We actually did a call on this. And one of the things that Neville mentions is if he can call his parents up in consciousness to congratulate them on a win, even though they've both been dead for a while, they're not dead. Consciousness is the only reality. So check out Creation Faith on freeneville.com. Also, look up the word butler or the word Jack at freeneville.com. And you'll find some of the lectures somewhere in there. You'll find where Neville talks about Jack Butler. His what do we call it? Jake says good one, by the way. Where Jack was Neville's secretary or something, and Neville buried him because he was dead. And Neville starts bumping into him in consciousness, and he has to explain to Jack, Jack, you died, I buried you. And Jack goes, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot about that. Right? We don't die. That's what's cool. What you do get to choose is how do you live. So, boom. Nice catch, darling.
Excellent. Thank you, Sharon, for your question. Yeah, nice catch. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks.
Excuse me.
Oh my God, cough it up.
I know.
Hoo-ha.
Right. Next question's from Mandy, who is soon to be in Manifesting Mastery. Well, Mandy, maybe you'll be doing it at the same time as Dean.
Hold on.
What?
Jake RB check.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool.
Does that make sense?
He's from Connellsville. I think I know who you are, Jake. Nice to see you. Boom.
Cool. All right. So, Mandy, who's soon to be in MM, eliminating debt with Feel It Real. Hope you are well. Let me start by saying how happy I am to have found you. Thanks,
Cool.
Mandy. I have only been following Neville since last summer, so I'm still learning. My question is this. My desire is to have €10,000. With this sum, I'll be able to clear a €4,000 debt, which is really weighing heavily on my mind, and I will then have financial freedom with the balance left over and can do a few things with the money. So what I want to know is, in my imaginal scene, do I visualise a conversation saying that I've received this specific amount of money, or do I visualise a conversation saying that I'm debt-free and have financial freedom? Is imagining the €10,000 the how of clearing my debt? Maybe we'll leave it for that for the minute.
Cool. Ready. Here's the deal.
Yes.
What we want is you to notice you're making out about debt and money and stuff, right? I want you to let it be about you. Because I swear to God, no one has ever talked to me. Like, the only people I really talked about with our finances are her and the accountant. Right? So, like, nobody ever comes up to me and says, dude, debt-free, way to go, high five, that kind of thing. Or, oh, you got the money, right? Yeah. It just doesn't happen. Sounds weird to me.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if you doubled your income and worked half the time, or if you were debt-free, how would your day be different? This is where I see you really get to play, because if you bring this to your actual day, things become radically different. For example, I very rarely put the card in and have it say no. Yeah, very rarely. If it says no, it's probably because I hit the wrong number, right? But it's so rare that the card ever says no, because there's always money there.
Yeah.
Right? And here's the thing. My guess is with a specific amount of debt and paying that off, you're probably checking your balances, that kind of thing. What if you could buy, how would you buy peanut butter if you made twice the money, worked half the time, and never had money concerns? Notice it brings it back to you and your daily experience. So instead of making it about the 10,000 to take care of the 6,000, so I've got 4,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, versus cool. How would your day be different? Okay, how would your day be different if you didn't have that? By the way, the one thing that I noticed in there was debt, which is really weighing heavily on my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, you're imagining consequences about the debt. You get it? Stop. What I want you to do is imagine what implies it's no big deal. Yesterday's show, by the way, we covered some really cool stuff there as well. And that was the third one in those Speedy Scene series. So check those out as well. What do you reckon, Vic, in that, Toria?
Yeah, I reckon that's ace.
And the last little bit, on a different note.
Yes, on a different note, I have your Manifesting Mastery course at the top of my list. As soon as I have the funds, I'm going to jump in.
Get what you're imagining there. As soon as I have the funds, I'm going to jump in. Right? Back when I started this online adventure, I discovered this thing called video. Right? It's really fucking cool. It's like audio is a lot of fun, but people spend more money for videos. So if I say something, I can sell it for $20. If I show something, I can sell it for $40. God damn, that's cool. Yeah. So I went upstairs and I got a bunch of my shit and I took it to the pawn shop and I said, Dale, sell it. All right? And Dale sold it and he gave me money. I took money and I bought camera and I bought recorders, right?
Yes.
And I started making this thing called video.
Yeah.
Video, fuck man, it was cool, right? I got DVD burner, all that cool stuff, made these videos, sold them around the world, went back out to Dale and says, Dale, I want to buy shit like I had back but better. And I got shit like I had back but better, right? That's what's cool. So, and here's why I mentioned that. If you're waiting for the money to join Manifesting Mastery, now imagine that you are already in. Right? You're already sending us your success stories. You're already sending us your weekly updates. Imagine getting an email back from us, because some people are shocked, by the way. They send us their day 7 update as requested, and we actually write back. And they go, dude, you actually write back. And I write back, yeah, just did it again. And then the ping pong game starts, right? We actually write back. So instead of imagining, I'm going to get in someday, you get it? This is someday manifesting. After I get the money, then I will. If I get money, then I will, right? Versus already in. I promise you, if you imagine already in Manifesting Mastery, you will sell something, you will come across a $100 bill someplace, you'll just go, fuck it, man, I'm going to give up a donut a day, right? Something will happen. Your behavior will change, the behavior of everyone else will change, whatever it takes. But if you're imagining, when I get the money, then I will, if then doesn't work. Instead of if then, already am. Got it? Lee asks, what's the hairy thing in the bottom corner? That's Herman.
Oh, this is still showing, is he?
Oh, yeah, of course. It's my hairy chest, Bill Clinton. Look at that. Look at my hair.
Yeah, this is Herman.
It's my hairs. I got all my hairs.
Probably
hairs.
put his hairs down a little bit.
Jake says that's because you care. That's why I write back. You're actually right. You're right. Right? Here's the cool thing, right? This stuff changed my life. I did an interview on this morning, right? It was a really fun little interview. And like a lot of people do it because, well, I got myself a motorhome. I want you to have a motorhome too. No, I had PTSD. I was the guy sitting in the corner with a gun, right? Not having a bad day was a good day, right? And when I realized the imagination, all PTSD is imagination out of control. And some psychiatrists hate that I say that, but show me that it's not. Once I got that, I realized, oh my God, I can prune the vine. I can use what this guy Neville taught and take control of this. And not be the guy with the gun in the corner, right? And that's why I write back, because seriously, I want everyone to be free. Boom. You should
Yeah,
do a series,
someone-
Bill Clinton reads bedtime stories once upon a time.
Kathy actually thought it was your hairy chest.
Whoa.
Maybe I'll put it back up again. Look at all that hair.
Ooh. That's right. I had to do it this way.
Cool.
Sorry for the noise.
Excellent.
It's not doing nothing.
Thank you, Mandy, a South African living in Ireland.
Hoo-ha.
Thanks a lot for your question. And the last question.
The last question.
Is from D, who is new to Neville.
Cool.
My manifesting unmanifested.
Oh.
Unmanifested.
Whoa.
Okay, let's hear the story. I'm new to Neville. I've mostly been studying the process of his manifesting and decided to give it a whirl. Without going into a lot of detail, I did picture the end result of what I wanted. It happened within a few days, but the manifestation didn't last, if that makes sense. I'm trying to go without giving you the full story because it would be too long. It's what I would call a partial manifestation. It fully happened and then went back to partially happened. Do you keep revising the story as a result? Thank you.
So, Brahma Vishnu Shiva, there's a sideways answer. If we go to NevilleGoddardQuotes.com, there's an article there. Just type in something like stop imagining or the word stop, and you'll find this little quote of Neville's. Neville basically says everything in your world, right? It is brought into being by an imaginal act. It is sustained by the imaginal act, and if the imaginal act is stopped, it goes. See ya. This is the cool thing, because when you honestly get you are what gives life, okay, you can right, see, we're not going to have lunch for another couple hours, but I can still imagine her yum, right? And then I can go to the pool, and I can still imagine her yum. But if I go out and pick up something or whatever, I don't know what we're doing yet. We haven't discussed it, right? No disgusting, right? So, but if I move from yum to disgusting, right? We disgusted it, right? Lunch ain't going to be all that fun, right? So here's the thing. So I imagine loving, happy husband before we're married. Guess what? We get married. Cool. I continue to imagine this thing called loving, happy husband. Coolio. Gives to her, gives to me. But if I ever stop, bad.
Yeah.
Right? So let's do that. Another bit, I'm going to strongly suggest if you're not on the 221 email list at freeneville.com, get on it.
Yeah.
Click the link we send you, pseudo-random goodness every single day, and do those 7 free little videos at easymanifestingmethods.com.
Yeah.
When you say picture or visualized or whatever, I'm wondering if you're actually following the formula fully.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole bunch of, if you get close, it's sort of like when you drive down the road, right? So people's driving down the road and they can see, oh, there's stuff in the rearview mirror. Well, I can move it around by moving the mirror, right? And while I'm moving the mirror, man, the car starts to go in a different direction. So, oh my God, if I move the mirror, the car goes in a different direction. Versus if you actually know the hint on the steering wheel is what steers the car, and if you get all preoccupied here, something weird happens, right? But if you actually drive the car, remember what was in the past is in the past. You can, of course, revise that. But really nail the tools properly, because you really just got to get it. It ain't a visualization. It's actually your experience. Imaginal experience leads physical experience. And those 7 little videos from easymanifestingmethods.com and the daily emails will help you nail the bits that most people screw up.
It reminds me, it's a little bit of how there's one email that you send out about the lady with the black SUV.
Yep,
She
totally.
wanted was the black SUV. And she used to visualise looking out of her kitchen window and seeing it
Look
there.
at that.
And she was just so happy. And then one day she looked out, and it was there
And it's
in
there.
her neighbour's driveway.
And their driveways are right next to each other, right?
It's just like, oh God! But it really comes back to bring it back to you,
Here's what's cool. I bet there's a black BMW in our driveway.
Oh, well, I bet so too.
Even if it's not, I'm still a black BMW owner. You got it? It's that feeling of ownership.
Yeah.
Now, if the car isn't there, I get to go, right, did you put the e-brake on? Yeah. Right, where are the keys?
Is it down in the creek?
Yeah. Right? You get it?
Yeah.
I don't need to see the car out the window to know that I got it, right? But when I imagined up the car, I imagined up Emmett in the back seat doing Tickle Belly Hill. Why? Because if I was in Bruce Roop's black BMW, I wouldn't be doing Tickle Belly Hill in Australia, right, with Emmett in the back seat, because Emmett gets dirty at the dog park, right?
Right.
So yeah, I know it's my car.
Yeah.
Because I am, who? Right, if I had a black BMW, what would I be doing? Tickle Belly Hill. Right, dog in the back seat. So that's it. Victoria.
Excellent. Thank you, Dee.
I think we did good.
I think you did, Ace, mate.
Me, you,
I think I did too.
Victoria, me, and
Considering
Bill
I didn't
quit.
chuck a hissy fit with all that Bill stuff.
She just loves Bill.
Focus.
Clinton.
Do the show.
She just loves him.
Okay.
So,
Excellent.
Victoria wants to know something.
I want to know.
Don't blow her off, seriously. Like, you guys don't
What
blow her
was
off.
your strawberry bit? Type it in below. We want to know.
We got like 200 and some views, like on a show the other day. I noticed. Just put it up, get 200 views real quick, and there's like 4 strawberry bits. That's
Lovely.
like 196 people that didn't put their strawberry bit up.
Yep. Well, yeah.
But
Yeah.
but you see, what matters is
Type
the ones
in your
that don't.
strawberry bit. Your best takeaway. What was it? You know,
Yeah.
what are you going to sit with?
Yum, yum,
For me, actually, like you said at the beginning of the show, all those questions, the last 3 videos you've done
Covers all that.
We've done the Alpha Action. It's up on our YouTube channel. There'll be a link to it earlier in this show, but just how so many of them
Go back to
are
those
answered
basics.
with those three vids. So
Yep.
yeah, really cool.
I might put together a little package including those. I mean, they're free, but I might dive into it in a little different way too, because this is shit that so many people get wrong,
Yeah.
and then they struggle, and
Yeah.
you don't have to. I mean,
Yeah.
yum, boom.
What was your strawberry bit?
My strawberry bit, Victoria.
Yes.
I'm going to be a little sideways here. Getting to do this with you on Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Because, I mean, like, you know what I got her? I got her a cup, right?
yeah, you did.
Yeah, didn't get her much, you know. But I got to tell you, like, being able to spend our Valentine's Day together, I mean, I'll go to the pool in a little bit. But coming back, I get to eat lunch with her. We'll take a nap.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I get to spend the day with my Valentine, and it's not the exception to the rule. And I get to do this with you. So, that's my strawberry bit, getting to play with you. And even if I'm stuck on Clinton. But I really love you.
Cool. Oh, I love you too, Babs.
Happy Valentine's Day, darling.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
So,
Love y'all.
Oh, I'll just throw in a little crass commercial. So
Oh, yeah.
go to freeneville.com.
Yep, 221 pseudo random. Click the
Subscribe
link,
to
or
our
else I can't send
221
it to you
email
because
links.
Congress in the U.S. was anal a couple of years ago. But
Like Dean and
Day and the Dancing Machine.
Sharon, I think.
Sharon.
That are about to join. Join us in manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Oh, yeah, it's a 90-day
It's the best 90-day adventure you'll ever do.
That's right. Boom.
And for refunds, to go and watch those alpha actions, super speedy, super simple
Yeah, go,
scenes. Go to our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
And for the show shares, we love y'all, but we really love the show shares because, like, everyone shares stupid cats all day long. And yeah, it's a stupid cat video. I like looking at kitties.
Oh, look at all that lovely love.
So,
Thank you guys.
Thanks for sharing us, guys.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
See.
All right.
Have a great day night. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. See you soon.
It's the big itch day, VD. That's right.